Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Casey Center here in Des Moines, Iowa. John McDermott alongside Tony Anseni. It's Education Celebration Day here at the arena, and we are streaming live on NBAGleague.com as well as the NBA app as the Iowa Wolves host the Austin Spurs. Game one of a two-game set between these two teams. They'll also tip off tomorrow night at 6:30, but a matchup of number 4 in the West versus number 5 in the West. Iowa comes in 13-7, Austin 10-7. But these two teams right in the thick of things, Tony, midway through this regular season.
Yeah, and the back-to-back this morning. We'll redo it again tomorrow night. So a couple big games for both teams. Iowa to try to maintain that home court advantage.
All right, let's take a look at the starting five for both squads quickly before the opening tap. And for the Iowa Wolves, it'll be Dante Ingram, Jules Bernard, Jalen Crutcher, Terrence Shannon Jr. on assignment, on a rehab assignment from Minneapolis, and Rocco Zakarski round out the starting five for head coach Mahmoud Abdel Fattah. The assistant coach is Michael DiBenedetto, and Will Barton for the Iowa Wolves. Starting for the Spurs, it's James Banks III, Jaden Nunn, Stanley Amude, Kyle Mangus, and Harrison Ingram, the starting five for head coach Jacob Chance.
And we do have that number change for Terrence Shannon Jr. He'll be wearing 48 today. We didn't know which number he's going to be wearing, John, but big game for both these teams to try to maintain. I mean, Iowa has 5 big games coming up here, 2 with Austin, and then 1 with the league leader Stockton, and 1 with Mexico City after the break, along with Rio Grande Valley. All these teams are in the mix. Iowa takes advantage of the home court, and you end up at the top or near the top of this league.
The players taking the floor as we speak. Iowa in their home blues with the neon green trim as well as the silver. And Austin's going to be in the road whites with the black trim, black numbers and numerals and letters rather. And we are just about set to go in a pretty packed lower bowl here. They usually bring in anywhere from 6,000 to 9,000 elementary and middle school kids for this game. It's been a tradition here in Des Moines and across the league for quite a few years. Iowa able to run down the tap. And now here's Terrence Shannon. Started with the Iowa Wolves for quite a few games early in his NBA career, but been with the Timberwolves for quite some time. Just a 2-game rehab stint for Shannon.
Nice 2-man game that time. Shannon the dish, Zakarski the bucket to open things up for Iowa.
Oh, nice little step back maneuver. Mangus' 3 off the mark. Jules Bernard able to gather the loose ball, and a ton of contact there.
Boy, I don't know if anybody really had that ball with Jules Bernard. He kept stripping it back and forth, but they're going to call a jump ball with a 3-on-1 situation there. So,
well, it was called a jump ball, but I mean, to me, he was fouled.
Yeah.
Plenty before the tie-up, if there was one.
We'll talk about Jules' last game. 30 points, 13 rebounds, 13 assists. He had 9 turnovers, and a lot of those turnovers he was fouled on. Ended up getting the turnover for it. But
here's Terrence Shannon, top of the key. Oh, he just lost the grip on the ball. Now Mangus in attack mode, and Shannon kind of just gave way and let Mangus take the layup. And we got a quick shot clock issue. Shot clock already at 16, and Iowa had the ball for about 2 seconds.
Yeah. Turnovers were a problem for Iowa in their last game Saturday in the first half, John. They cleaned it up in the second half, but they had a number of turnovers that turned into easy buckets in their victory. A hard-fought victory over Maine, 123 to 120.
There's Jules Bernard. Right wing 3 is up and good.
Give him that look all day long, and he'll make you pay for it 3 out of 4 times.
A little different look here for Iowa. It's been Jules Bernard kind of taking care of the point guard duties for the most part. Him and Jalen Crutcher with the injury to Zion Pullen that's kept Pullen out for about the last 5 weeks. Little fadeaway jump shot, no good. Zakarski with the rebound. But it looks like Minnesota rather wants Shannon to have a little bit of that point guard role. Here's Crutcher through the lane, left hand floater is good.
Everybody getting involved here with some touches early for Iowa as they jump out to a 5-point lead here.
Nunn gives off for Ingram. Now it's Mangus back to Nunn. Jaden Nunn, one of the 2 Baylor Bear players on the roster for Austin. That shot off the mark, and Zakarski with the defensive board, and here's the push by Shannon.
You can hear that foul.
It's going to be Amude picking up the foul.
Even with all the squeaky voices out there in the crowd, with all these kids here, you could hear that slap come across. By the way, Austin Spurs, you will not see Osifo in the lineup tonight. Injured Isaiah Miller, another one, and David Jones Garcia also not playing today. For Iowa, Zion Pullen still on the injured list. Nogel Eastern also added to the injured list. And Enrique Freeman, of course, is up with the big club in Minnesota.
Shannon knocks down the 2-point free throw. So Terrence Shannon Jr., although they don't list him with any points, there we go, picks up his first 2 points, has 2 assists already. Here's Ingram on the drive. Bernard trying to shut that down. Zakarski comes to help defend, but Zakarski last to touch it out of bounds. It'll stay with Austin.
So set the clock to 14 seconds on the shot clock with the Austin possession.
Mangus will trigger in. Got a little bit of a mismatch underneath. They find it. Quick shot off the mark.
That wasn't even pretty.
Here comes Crutcher. Crutcher lobs it up. Oh! Shannon Jr. with the flush.
Well, Crutcher was looking left, and Shannon Jr. was coming from the right. That was pretty.
Well, right now, Iowa clicking on all cylinders with this new look lineup with Shannon on the rehab assignment. Here's Mangus on the left wing, looks to drive it. He put his left shoulder right into the chest of Jules Bernard. I thought Bernard played pretty good defense, but he got his hand up kind of around the arm. You'll see it. Oh, well, this is going to be the alley-oop play. Crutcher,
he was looking right.
No look. Yeah. Looks at Ingram, throws it to Shannon.
That was a pretty look away.
Here's the drive and no bucket. A foul called. Ingram going to head to the free throw line, and Zakarski picks up the personal.
By the way, the officials today are the crew chief is wearing number 15. That's Kelsey Reynolds. The referee wears number 14, Claire Simmons. And the umpire wearing number 7 is Marie-Pierre Malo.
Free throw is up and good by Harrison Ingram. So it's an 11-4 advantage here for Iowa.
Of course, in the G League, you shoot the value of free throw 1 for the value until the last 2 minutes of the game.
Zakarski's 3 off the mark, no good. Rebound Austin. Outlet Mangus. Thought about the 3, instead gives it off for Ingram. Ingram bullies his way down low. Bernard gets a piece of that one, nearly runs it down, but Mangus able to control it. Mangus gets it back. 4 on the shot clock. Mangus on a fadeaway off the back of the iron, no good. Rebound and putback is good by Banks.
Yeah, unfortunate there. I think that's none, was it?
Great half-court defense, even a deflection. But Austin, resilient, stuck with it. Here's Bernard with the right hand. Typically the left-hand finish around the rim. That one switches to the right. 13-6 now. Iowa leads it early. Well, Banks kind of picked up his dribble in no man's land. Finally gets it off for Mangus. Mangus back pass, now into the corner it goes. Mangus gets it back, fires left wing, 3 off the mark.
You could tell when it left his hand, he knew it. It was not, he was cooking his head over.
Here's Terrence Shannon Jr. Had it poked away, gets it back, drives it past Zakarski. Zakarski lays it up and in.
It kind of got crowded in there. Zakarski really did a good job of getting that one off.
Not a lot of whistle. Both teams wanting foul calls they're not getting right now. They're letting them play early. And Amude fouled on his way up, and I think that's going to be Dante Ingram picking up the foul.
And we're going to have Martez Brown checking in for Iowa, along with Nate Santos, who missed the last game because he was a little ill. And on the other end of the court, we got Alfred Payton checking into the ball game, and Donovan Williams checking in.
So at the free throw line, it'll be Stanley Amude, 6'6" guard. And the free throw by Amude is up and good.
Really, what? 4 of the 8 points are from the charity stripe right now for Austin.
Here's Martez Brown. First touch of the ball game. Santos bounce pass for Crutcher. Crutcher going to circle back top of the key. Crutcher now on the drive, kicks for Ingram. Ingram's three is good.
And now everybody who started has had something to put on the scoreboard with that 3 ball by Ingram.
Here's Payton into the paint. Circles back. Ingram now. They switch it around. Mangus to Williams. Williams looks to put it on the floor. Lost the handle. And a late whistle. Wow.
We're going to call it on Ingram, and that's 2 quick ones on Dante. And we're going to have our first time out here on NBAGleague.com and the NBA app.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 18-8. Iowa is leading the Austin Spurs. More Iowa Wolves basketball after this break. Well, back here live at the Casey Center, 6:33 to go in the first. 18-8, Iowa off to a good start here over the Austin Spurs. Tony, we're waiting on numbers, but Iowa clicking well here offensively so far.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they have done an outstanding job. Well, how about 7 of 8? The only miss was Rocco's 3. 87%, 2 of 3 from 3. While Austin's struggling, just 2 of 9, but they've hit the only free throws they've taken for a total of 4 points. Iowa, everybody who started has scored. They're led by Jules Bernard as usual with 5 points.
Well, back underway. Austin with the basketball out of the timeout. Payton floats one up and gets it to fall.
By the way, Ingram has 2 fouls, and did he come back out with the team? Yes, he is. So he's playing with 2 fouls early here for Iowa.
Crutcher off the glass. Count the bucket and a foul. Jalen with a chance for a 3-point play.
He is so good at dribble penetration and getting either somebody the easy bucket or getting it for himself. Look, it took the contact, hanging in the air, and kissed it off the glass.
So Crutcher a chance for the 3-point play, and he could give Iowa an 11-point advantage. They've doubled up Austin here so far. Free throw good for Crutcher. He had a big 4th quarter in their last ball game.
Ooh, boy, that was almost a 2-step into that with the ball there.
Mangus as they get it across at the 17-second mark. Right side it goes. Another drive, and that time swatted away.
Crutcher.
Payton tried to float another one up in the lane, but Crutcher this time was right there. Here's Jalen. Off for Ingram. Back for Crutcher. He's feeling it. Back iron no good, but nice. Santos runs it down.
Good strong rebound by Santos, anticipating that ball coming off back iron.
Here's Bernard into the paint. Extra pass Crutcher. Crutcher now drives it, and he was fouled from behind, and that's going to be Harrison Ingram.
I will reset that shot clock with 14 again. Substitutions coming here for the Austin Spurs. Trey McGowan's checking into the ball game along with Trey King.
Well, Trey squared checks in for Austin. One with the Y and one without. Here's Martez Brown. Santos. Ingram catches, fires. 3 is good. Ingram's second 3 of the ball game.
Yeah, that huge fourth quarter in the last victory over Maine to really propel Iowa to that come from behind victory, down by 12 in that fourth.
McGowan's in the paint. No. And here comes Iowa the other way. Santos in rhythm. Yes. Timeout. Austin wants to talk about it, and Iowa has come out firing. 27 points in the first 7 minutes of this one. They lead it 27-10 over the Austin Spurs. More Wolves basketball after the break. Now back here live at the Casey Center, 27-10. The Iowa Wolves on top of the Austin Spurs here. It's the first of 2 games between these 2 clubs in 2 days. Tomorrow night it'll be a 6:30 tip here at the Casey Center. But this is Education Celebration Day, so a 10:30 tip here. And Tony, Iowa 83% so far from the field.
Yeah, you don't have a chance in the game, and then if you're only shooting 25 yourself, you're going to be upside down pretty quick, and that's exactly where the Austin Spurs find themselves this morning on this Education Celebration game, with probably going to be close to 8,000 screaming kids when this is all said and done.
On the top of the key, Amude floats it up with the right hand and gets it to go. Tough shot there.
Yeah, he earned that one. Little left-right step that time to work off the defender.
Bernard driving it. Bernard floats it up left hand. Shot won't go. And the rebound for the Spurs. They've got numbers. McGowan's through the lane, lays it up and in.
Yeah, Iowa kind of separated, thought McGowan was going to kick it out, and when they did that, McGowan just put the foot on the gas pedal and put it up and in.
So a little 4-0 spurt out of the timeout. Here's Santos. Spins into the paint. Santos floats it up. And a late whistle. And Nate Santos going to head to the free throw line.
Who's the foul on? McGowan's is one yelling, but I don't know if they called it on McGowan's. I think they called it on King. Yeah, they did. McGowan thought it was on him. But I saw the official holding up the fist for 0.
Yeah, she said foul was on 0.
Yeah.
So here's Nate Santos at the line.
Iowa's hit all 3 of their free throws now. And they take the lead up to 15 again.
Drive to the bucket, and what are you going to have? A foul?
I think it's a walk.
Yeah, it was a travel. I saw the feet slide, and I thought maybe they called a foul first.
Yeah, he kind of slid in the third there. Forgot to put the clamps on it there. Yeah.
Just a little pitter patter of the feet there. This is a physical game here in the first quarter so far. For whatever, historically, these morning games are more physical and confrontational at times. We've had a couple feisty games here. I don't know if it's because of the early wake-up call or what.
Well, the good thing for Iowa, they have an extra player tonight. Last game, they only had 8 on the roster. This kind of game could really get you. While Austin does have 10, even though they have 3 out with injury today.
Stanley Amude picks up his second foul there. That sends Martez Brown to the free throw line.
round scores. Everybody who's played will have put their name on the point side of things. Boy, that was not a good looking free throw there by Martez.
Not unless he was trying to bank it.
No.
3 from the corners, up and good for Williams. Donovan Williams knocks one down.
His first bucket, a little full court pressure. Iowa getting it across. Barely there.
Here's Crutcher. Resets back out front. Crutcher.
Wow,
Bounce pass for Santos.
Oof.
Crutcher puts on the brakes. Finds Martez Brown wide open. 3 on the way. No good.
Good look that time.
King with the rebound is going to lead the break the other way. Trey King right at Zakarski. Shot doesn't go. Ingram with the rebound. Pass up ahead. Stolen by Williams.
I think that was really intended for Crutcher, but overthrown. Look, and it ended up heading toward. Oh, there's a push off the other way.
Foul.
Yeah.
That's going to be Trey King picking it up.
His second personal. And he got caught. I mean, that was easy to see right out in front here. Hands extended on Santos that time. A lot of physical play. Some of the stuff not getting called, but some of it you're getting caught.
So Jules Bernard's going to check back in. Dante Ingram with those 2 fouls checks out. Also DeJuan Harris for the first time tonight. His alma mater had a big win last night against #1 Arizona. Kansas.
And another substitution coming in. Bodies checking back in and out. Harrison Ingram back in now for the Austin Spurs. He takes King's spot in the lineup, who has 2 fouls.
Here's Harris across the timeline for Iowa. Gives off for Bernard. Bernard into the paint. Looks to spin.
Boy,
and
you got to call that. I mean, Bernard's been getting hammered last game a number of times. Never got that call. Definitely got the physical play there and gets the 1 for 2 here.
Take a look. He spins.
Jeez.
Yeah, it looked like the contact came from behind.
Yep.
So Jules Bernard steps to the free throw line. Iowa leads it by 12. Their largest lead was 17 at 27-20.
Payton called for that foul, and it was from behind.
And Bernard knocks down the free throw.
Up to the usual Jules Bernard start with 7 points and a couple of rebounds. And
look for that baseline backdoor pass. Payton was trying to find none, but just a little too far out in front. So a turnover for the Spurs.
Iowa's biggest lead was at 17. They're leading by 14 right now.
Here's Harris. Bounce pass, and Williams didn't like the call. It was a bang-bang play. I think Williams might have been right there.
Iowa's got 13 on the shot clock as they inbounds at sideline here.
In for Zakarski. Rocco back to the basket, but 19 feet away. Tip ball into the hands of Harris now. Back for Santos. 3 is off the back of the rim. No good. And that's going to be a loose ball foul on Austin.
Yeah, I think number 10.
Harris went airborne, and then Williams came underneath him.
Yeah. There was 2 Iowa guys, 1 in front and 1 behind Williams, and Williams kind of undercut. Gets his foul, his first of the game. And we're going to have free throws now as both teams over the limit in fouls.
Jacob Chance has been less than thrilled so far with the officiating in the first quarter.
Well, he's also not thrilled with the way his team's shooting the ball either. When shooting's good, bad, and then everything else is going bad, it's a double whammy.
Now the lead back up to 16 here on the made free throw by Harris. Here's a 3, top of the key, no good. And Williams is going to pick up another foul.
Yeah. 2 quick ones on Williams now as Bernard gets to go to the line again.
It's just not a real heady play there, because that was clearly going to be a rebound for Jules Bernard. Yeah. And Williams just came flying in from the wing and runs into the back of Jules. So Jules Bernard to the line, a chance to give Iowa their largest lead of the ball game at 18.
And head coach Jacob Chance still talking to the officials. He might not want to be here past halftime the way things are going right now.
Yeah, there's obviously a lot of ball game left, but Iowa leads by 18 here, 35-17. Williams on the attack, lays it up. Count the basket and a foul. as Iowa slow to get back after the made free throw.
Zakarski's going to pick up his second. I thought Bernard might have gotten it first, but it was the second foul they got called. Zakarski has 2 fouls now for Iowa on the floor.
So Williams steps to the free throw line.
And there's screeching voices behind us.
And Williams now up to 6 points here in the first quarter. Coming off the bench for Austin.
Things kind of slowed down with all the fouls and foul shots right now. It's been a long 3 minutes.
DeJuan Harris lays it up with the right hand and in. It looked like the defender, Jaden Nunn, might have just slipped.
Yep.
Feet went out from underneath him, allowed Harris the easy bucket. Williams going to drive it right at Zakarski. Floater up and good.
Good shot by Williams. 8 points now for Williams off the bench there.
Well, after the silly foul on Bernard, 2 quality plays offensively for Williams. Lobs up for Zakarski. Rocco able to get the bucket and a foul as you look out there. The tallest player out there right now is Donovan Williams at 6'6". Rocco Zakarski goes 7'3".
Peyton, the smallest guy probably on the floor, picked up the foul. Just not a smart foul from that point. Once Rocco had the ball there, you just let him have 2. Instead, he gets the and 1 coming here. Zakarski now with 6 points, looking for 7.
I mean, that's the equivalent of a 6-foot guard guarding a 6'9" center or forward. 9-inch advantage over the tallest player out there for Austin. Here's Nunn. Ingram now looking for an opening. Back to Nunn. Nunn's going to go at Zakarski. Rocco does a nice job to hold his ground and forces the turnover.
Yeah, Montez Brown with quick hands knocked it loose, recovers it, and Iowa on the move.
Here's Harris. Oh, that pass telegraphed.
Yeah.
Stolen away and a missed dunk on the other end.
Oh,
they called a foul?
They called it on.
Wow. You got to challenge Harris. That then, right? Is there any contact here? He kicked his leg out.
I think they should challenge that.
Wow.
Ooh.
I get there's contact, but to me it looks like McGowan's almost kicks his leg out intentionally. No, maybe not.
There's nothing. There's nothing. That was no. And guess what? The missed free throw anyway. Wow.
Missed free throw, so they reset up top with Nunn. Nunn looks to drive it, crossover into the paint. Awkward looking shot. Nunn floats it up and in.
Awkward looking move in the paint. Looked like he took a sidestep to get himself set again, but Iowa ball nonetheless.
Zakarski fires the 3. Front rim no good.
Now Iowa will have one more shot. They got the 2-for-1 play there.
And McGowan's.
So basically Iowa can save it for the last shot. Like 0.2 of a second difference.
Got to get it across at the, yeah, basically not even a full second difference between game and shot clock. Jules Bernard's going to go to work on McGowan's. Step back 3 on the way.
Oh,
got it.
Dagger. Wow.
So it's going to be Nunn with 5 seconds. He can get to the rim here. Nunn drives it. And that's an offensive foul. Good call. Nunn used his left hand to clear the space, and Bernard did a great job to just stay vertical.
Only 0.4, so no real chance. I mean, you have to catch him.
Well, I'd throw it down to Zakarski at the rim.
Mari Pierre Malo making that call there.
They're going to look at it. I mean, this could be a. I mean, he went into his. If you look at we won't be able to see the replay with the officials now taking a look, but it looked like he put that left forearm kind of into the chin of Jules Bernard.
Again, both teams, Austin and Iowa, back at it tomorrow night. It'll be a 10:30 tip today. The 10:30 start. It'll be a 6:30 tip tomorrow night, I should say. 10:30 start this morning for the Education Celebration game. We welcome everybody on NBAGleague.com and the NBA app for today's game. And Iowa was a game and a half in front of Austin between the 4th and 5th spot, but Iowa sitting in a tie for 3rd with Rio Grande Valley a half game back of Stockton and Mexico City, John. When you look at Iowa's schedule, next game tomorrow with Austin. Then they have a game with coming up with Stockton on the road, and they have Mexico City and Rio Grande Valley on the schedule at home. So Iowa can kind of control their own destiny as they fight toward the top of the Western Conference standings.
Well, and you know, they could, yeah, this 5-game stretch will be pivotal, crucial for them in terms of postseason aspirations and postseason seeding. If they could have a 4-1, 5-0 run here with these top Western Conference teams, that would be massive for the Iowa Wolves and what they're looking for in the postseason.
And again, Terrence Shannon Jr. assigned here for a little rehab. We weren't sure even if he was going to play today. He arrived today. They decided he's starting today, probably playing tomorrow night with the, you can probably tell he's on some limited minutes, maybe the way he started this game.
Played the first 5 minutes, yeah. I think.
So,
but he hasn't played basketball since late December, when he had that injury to that abductor muscle on his foot, bottom muscle of his foot. So a 6-week rehab of that. Now probably 2 games here with Iowa to rehab, and then back to Minnesota. But he was big. They look fantastic with him in the starting lineup, as they should.
Well, 43-point first quarter will tell you a heck of a lot. Iowa's been blistering the basketball. Crew Chief Kelsey Reynolds is trying to explain the call.
Well, they challenged that.
Austin did?
I thought maybe they were looking at it for above the head and neck area type contact, but they challenged it and it was upheld. You could see it live in action. Stays vertical,
yeah.
Left arm flailing, but probably a good challenge because he makes the basket. Chance for 3 points if you win the challenge.
Coach Jacob Chance is probably a little bit more beside himself. This first quarter can't come to an end quick enough, and lucky for him, it's about 0.4 seconds away.
Well, Austin's done some pretty good things in the quarter, but Iowa's just shooting the basketball at an extremely high rate. 0.4. Zakarski floats it up at the buzzer. It's good.
They're going to review it.
They're going to review it.
I'm not sure it got out of his hand fast enough.
0.4, I mean, it was catching fire. Yeah. Rocco knocks down a 3 from 40 feet away. They're going to take a quick look at it. We'll let you know when we come back. 43-24 for the time being, but maybe 3 more on the scoreboard when we come back after the review. Iowa up 19 over the Austin Spurs. More Wolves basketball after the break. Now back here live, second quarter about to start at the Casey Center in Des Moines. 43-24. They deemed the shot after the light went on, so they said originally shot no good, and that call stands as Zakarski made the three-pointer at the buzzer. But boy, Tony, Iowa shoots 68% there in the first quarter.
Yeah, 19-point lead, matches their biggest lead of the game. The only tie was at 2-2. Since then, Iowa took off on a run and never have looked back. Iowa led by Jules Bernard with 7 for Rocco Zakarski.
Mangus quickly out of the quarter break, able to get the layup.
Donovan Williams instrumental in trying to keep the Spurs in the game. He's 3 for 3 from the field, and he had 8 first quarter points to lead the Austin Spurs.
Jules Bernard steps into a 3, and they'll say toe on the line. And maybe they review that. Keep that in mind about the 11:33 mark. They might take a peek at that at the next first media timeout. Ingram backing down Ingram. And the shot up and good. Harrison over Dante.
Harrison Ingram with his 4th point of the ball game. He has a couple of assists in this game for Austin.
Shannon fires the 3. That's off the mark,
yeah.
No good.
That never got really above the rim. Kind of line drive that one side iron.
So Austin trails 17 with the basketball. Ingram into the front court. Around a ball screen. And that's going to be a foul on Dante as he kind of reached around and tried to brace himself as he was losing his balance, and he picks up number 3.
Yeah, he got those 2 quick fouls in the first quarter. Again, both teams play tomorrow at 6:30, but then Austin doesn't play until after the All-Star break on the 19th and 20th at San Diego before coming home to host Memphis on the 22nd. Iowa, after tomorrow night's game, will take the break, play at Stockton on the 25th. Come home with Rio Grande on the 22nd.
Amude had his pass stolen away. Jules Bernard got in the passing lane. Terrence Shannon Jr. with the basketball. Looks to drive it into the paint. Floats it up with the left hand.
Boy, he twisted that body every which way he could to get that shot off. He wanted the and one, but didn't get it.
Ball screen set on the wing. Ingram gets the switch he wants with Crutcher now defending. See if they run a double at him. They finally do. Mangus left open for 3 though, and he buries it.
He was struggling from there. Now he has 7 points in the ball game. Mangus now 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3.
Harrison Ingram picks up an off the ball foul as he kind of shoved Crutcher out of the way as the ball screen was coming there.
A lot of fouls called in this game and a lot not so far. It's been a physical game, John, as you alluded to earlier.
Terrence has his shot blocked. Amude with a nice defensive play there.
Yeah, good timing that time by Amude. Shannon was determined to shoot that, and Amude was just waiting for that move.
8 on the shot clock. And it goes for Ingram. He was held.
They're going to call it on the floor before the shot. Oh, they're going to count it. Okay. Wow. And
wow. They counted the basket there?
Yes, they did.
Okay.
I thought at first they said it was on the floor, but it was count. Yeah, okay, that's
that was. I was going to say.
I thought they said no. The foul was on the floor. That's a correct call there.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be a side out. So they changed it. The crew chief, I think, came over to help out. Here's Jules Bernard after they waved off the basket. Bernard looks to drive it, loses his footing. Harris comes up with the loose ball. Shannon on the drive. His shot no good. Missed everything. Nice job by Harris.
Shannon kind of changed that pass, though.
Crutcher's 3 on the way. In and out, no good.
And Harris is grabbing his side there. I don't know if he got an errant elbow accidentally into it. And he's got a mismatch in the Bay Post right now, and Austin's not aware of it.
Here's a 3 in the corner. That's no good. Harris with the rebound. DeJuan Harris into the corner now, back for Bernard. That 3 won't go. So Iowa has cooled off considerably and really settling here for some early shot clock threes. There's a drive by Amude, lays it up and in.
Nice move by Amude.
That was Ingram, rather, I believe.
Oh yeah, it was Ingram. 6 points, couple of boards, and 3 assists now for Ingram.
Harris misses a 3.
Like you said,
the last 4 possessions all look the same. Early shot clock 3, and then they give up easy ones on the other end.
Not a good look, and all of a sudden the once 19-point lead to start the quarters down to a dozen. And we've seen bigger comebacks in 19 in this league.
Oh, yeah, for sure. In one quarter,
yeah.
Much less 3. Bernard drives it, has it stolen away. Boy, as cohesive as they looked in the first quarter, you're seeing the exact opposite here. A lot of holding the ball, a lot of early threes, and then defensively, Austin just kind of doing what they want. The tip follow won't go. Second, no. Third, yes.
Yeah,
James Banks
padding his rebounding totals there real quick.
The lead now 10. The only difference is Zacharski not on the floor with this first group like we saw in the first quarter.
Yep.
Crutcher drives it into the corner. It goes for Harris. His 3 on the way is good.
Well, there's a tourniquet that was needed, and Doran Harris puts down the 3 ball, and Iowa back up by 13.
Jaden Nunn driving it into the paint, and the layup is good. They're just spreading it out, isolating, and going after guys.
It's going right to the rim. 3 straight, right through the paint,
There's
right to the rim.
No rim protection there. Harris again for 3. That shot no good. And the lead is 11, 50-39. Here's Amude. Amude on the drive, another easy layup.
You got to get a timeout.
Some Olay defense here in the second quarter for Iowa as the lead is down to 9. We'll step away. 7:02 to go here in the second. 50-41, the lead, 9 for the Wolves. More Wolves basketball after the break. Back here live at the Casey Center, 50-41 currently, but the refs are taking a look at Jules Bernard's 3-point shot with 11:33 left in the second quarter. We mentioned that on the broadcast that possibly could be reviewed, and they're taking a look to see if in fact that it was a 3. They ruled it a 2, so it could be a 10-point lead. We'll see what the review what they decide, but Iowa shooting kind of continues to decline here a little bit. Yeah, Iowa down to 55%. Remember, they were over that 75-80% mark in the early part of the game, 16-29. 35% from 3 on 6 of 17, while Austin started at 25% during that first timeout. Now at 51.5%, 17-33, and 2 of 6 from 3, and they're just killing them in the paint. 30 points in the paint by the Austin Spurs of their 41 points. Iowa led by Jules Bernard unofficially right now with 14. They are counting that as a 3, so it remains with 14. 7 for Rocco Zacharski, and off the bench, Dajuan Harris with 7. On the other end of the ledger, very balanced scoring for Austin Spurs. Kyle Mangus with 7. 6 from Umade. Harrison Ingram with 6. Jaden Nunn with 6, and off the bench, Donovan Williams with 8. So they add a point to the scoreboard, 51-41 now. And Rocco Zacharski's checked in for Terrence Shannon Jr. And Another turnover by the Wolves.
Iowa now with 5 turnovers, and most of them in this corner. Austin's had 7 in the ball game.
Wide open three, no good. Big time rebound on the weak side. Putback is good by Harrison Ingram.
He was at 8 points, his 4th rebound, and he, right now, the board work has really kept Austin in the game with 2nd and 3rd chance points here.
Santos gives it off for Zakarski. Rocco, bounce pass for Bernard. Crutcher left open, 3 off the mark, no good. Martez Brown able to run down the offensive rebound.
His 3rd rebound off the bench.
Bernard, the defense has really ratcheted up here for Austin in the 2nd quarter. Bernard, nice pass inside, and Martez Brown's going to be fouled by Dunn.
So Brown with his chance to get
that, Nunn, sorry.
Brown still off the board as far as offensive points anyway. He has 3 rebounds. He'll go to line. He already missed one of those free throws earlier in the game. Iowa 7 of 8 from the charity stripe.
Well, Martez's last free throw went off the backboard.
Yeah, it
before it hit the so let's hope
pretty.
he's kind of settled in here a little bit.
No, that same spot.
Oh, rebound though. And saved into the hands of Martez Brown. Now Jules Bernard with it.
Yeah, Bernard with a great athletic move to save that one.
Good pass inside. Martez reverse layup is good.
His first points of the game, and Jules Bernard made that happen with his 4th assist of the ball game.
And an offensive rebound on the missed free throw. Here's Austin back at it. Floater over Zakarski won't go. Amude lost the handle going back up with it. Now the kick out for Ingram, Ingram. Corner 3 doesn't go. Stanley Amude off the mark.
That was an ugly set there for Austin. See if Iowa can make him pay for it. Trying to build on a 10-point lead again after leading by 19.
Bernard fires the step back 3, and it's off the back of the rim and in.
Jules now with 18 first half points, coming off a 30-point, 13 rebound, and 13 assist game on Saturday.
Well, he's just having an unbelievable season.
Yeah,
pretty much game in and game out.
Yeah.
Here's Nunn for 3. That's way off the mark. And tipped up. Mangus runs it down. They're going to say he didn't have control or possession. Could have been an over and back. 3 is on the way, no good.
Oh boy.
Crutcher had a hand on it, can't control it. Now the drop off and the bucket inside. Harrison Ingram.
Harrison Ingram is just doing everything at the rim. He has 10 points now off, and it's the offensive boards that have killed Iowa.
Zakarski inside, fouled.
None.
I think that's Banks.
Oh, really?
Let's see who they get.
Yeah,
that's Banks.
His first.
He's asking for a review.
Harris is going to come in for Iowa. Juwan Harris. On the other end of the court, coming off the bench, Donovan Williams. He led Austin in scoring that first half off the bench with 8 points. Also coming into the ball game will be Elfrid Payton. And now Austin's going to get even smaller.
Yeah, Banks wanted to talk the coach into reviewing that foul, but it looked pretty clearly to be a foul, and then they missed the free throw. Rocco typically a good free throw shooter.
Iowa's missed 3 free throws now in this first half.
Williams drives it, throws it away. Here comes Bernard on the run out. Jules dunks it with 2 hands.
Yeah, you're not going to win that race. You might as well let him go for just the 2 instead of the and 1 there.
Lead back to 13.
20 first half points now for Bernard.
Into the corner, Mangus left open. 3 is good.
He's starting to heat up.
Well, that's why he's on the floor, to knock those shots down.
He's got 10 now in the ball game. Kind of struggled to start, but he's finding that stroke.
Bernard. Inside it goes for Zakarski. Last touch by Martez Brown.
A lot of bodies in that paint. That was a tough catch in the first place for Zakarski, and then it got even worse when they tried to get it to Brown. And
Mangus makes another one.
Yeah, better identify that man right now. He's feeling it. 13 now for Mangus on back-to-back threes.
And the lead is just 7. Here's Bernard with it out front. 3 on the way, got it.
Where would Iowa be right? Has he got most of the third quarter points? I mean,
And we're going to have a technical foul. I told you, it's the morning games, Tony.
Yeah.
I said it earlier. We got another technical foul
there. Both of them going to end up with one. Zakarski doesn't get upset very often, so something triggered that. And Ingram definitely had some words. That's Harrison Ingram from Austin. Coaches are trying to.
So you got technicals issued, and I'll probably review this.
Again, both teams back at it tomorrow night here at the Casey Center in downtown Des Moines. We hope everybody this morning is enjoying the game on NBAGleague.com and the NBA app. To the Wolves and the Spurs, who again play tomorrow night. The Spurs.
Yeah, we're going to take the final. Not to interrupt. We'll take the final media time out of the quarter at the 3:07 mark. So we'll take the break. 61-51. They're going to review the little altercation, and we'll give you the results when we come back. But more Wolves basketball right after the break. Back here live at the Casey Center. 3:07 to go here in the first half, and a game that had a lot of good flow, and Iowa shooting the ball really well. That's kind of come to a halt here, where they have a little bit of an altercation review here. We had double technicals issued, I believe one on Zakarski and one on Harrison Ingram. And they're still reviewing. It's been about a 2-minute review here for whatever reason. But
something had to ignite that up. We never saw it. It happened pretty quickly, but Rocco's pretty calm. So for him to get upset and have some words is unusual. So I don't know what happened, whether there was an elbow or something, but Harrison Ingram ended up getting a technical himself or reacting to Rocco, and the official standing right there. So Zakarski and Ingram both with a technical for Austin and Iowa. Iowa led by 19 at the end of the quarter, 43-24. The Spurs have outscored the Wolves so far with 3:07 to go in the half, 27-18 here in the second quarter to cut this deficit from 19 to 10, John.
Well, the officials look like they've completed the review. Here's the replay, and neither one of the players want to. He's holding Rocco's arm, and so Rocco throws him down. But Ingram's just instigating that. I mean, that's, you know, whatever.
Yeah, it was Rocco just reacting.
If you're Rocco, you can't.
Yeah.
You can't react to it, unfortunately. If the officials are going to let stuff like that go or don't see it, you just got to play on to the next play.
And at the same time, they already got the tee on Rocco, so Ingram made a bad move by stepping forward and causing himself to get the tee, acting like the macho thing on that. So both players, one got frustrated, the other one trying to do the macho thing and end up with 2 technicals.
And the official talking to Rocco right now, crew chief.
And Rocco, I'm sure, is telling, you know, and they saw the read.
Bernard knocks down his technical free throw, so it'll be Ingram on the other end. And then I believe it should be Austin's basketball after the free throw.
So Bernard had 12 points at the end of the first quarter, John. He's got 11 here by himself. 11 of Iowa's 19 points.
A little bit of justice there, as to me the Ingram was the one that instigated that. He misses the free throw.
Excuse me. Bernard's got 12 of Iowa's 19 points this quarter.
Well, still 3:07 to go here in the quarter. Iowa's lead is 11. Their largest lead, Tony, was 20. I mean, they were really rolling. 43 points, I believe, in the first quarter.
Yep.
But give Austin credit for getting back into this one. That floater off the mark, no good. So here comes DeJuan Harris. Gives it off for Jules Bernard. Behind the baseline backdoor pass. Tony, what did we get there?
Not sure.
Oh, this is the media timeout. So we took the media timeout early. We'll keep it here.
Okay.
But that backdoor pass along the baseline through traffic, how many times have we seen that this year? Has it ever worked?
No. Well, look at our turnovers today. We have 7 of them, and 4 of them, I guarantee you, are trying to do that in the paint. Austin has had they've had 8 turnovers in this first half. Again, both teams back at it tomorrow night. Iowa will then, after the All-Star break, host Rio Grande here at the Casey Center on the 22nd. Hit the road for Stockton on the 25th and back home on the 27th against Mexico City. And all of those games important because all of those teams in the top 8, in fact, top 3 or 4 in this Western Conference. When it comes to Austin, they'll take the break after the Iowa series here. They'll be at San Diego on the 19th and 20th. And then finally get home on the 22nd when they host Memphis. So upcoming games for the Austin Spurs and the Iowa Wolves.
Well, you like to see balance in this league when you look down at the scoring, but right now, one of these things don't look like the other. Jules Bernard with 23 points, no one else above 7 for the Iowa Wolves. The rest of the scoring is balanced. Everybody scored that's played. You know, you got 6 from Ingram and Shannon Jr. You've got 7 from Zikarsky and DeJuan Harris, 5 apiece for Crutcher and Santos. But my only concern is if Jules Bernard slows down, does that mean Iowa slows down offensively?
And the other problem Iowa has, Mangus started out slowly, but he's been hitting his threes. But the other problem is the points in the paint, 34-22, and the Spurs have been attacking the rim, and really our defense at the rim has been spotty at best, and the Spurs have taken advantage of that here in the first half.
Austin basketball out of the timeout. Williams gives it off for Payton. Back it goes Williams. Now Mangus in the corner. Ingram back out there with those 3 fouls. Williams on the drive, lays it up and in. Boy, he's been able to get to the rim and finish.
He's a bench spark plug. He has 10 points off the bench now for the Austin Spurs. He also has a couple of personal fouls too.
Bernard working on McGowan's. Bernard on the drive. Out for Santos, 3 on the way. Back iron, no good.
Oh!
Tip follow by Harris.
Wow,
came out of nowhere. What a play by DeJuan Harris.
7 in the game. That is a highlight reel.
Williams attacks, lays it up and in.
Back to back again at the rim. Iowa not protecting that rim. It's too easy for Austin.
That's kind of been that way the entire second quarter.
Yeah.
Jules Bernard, and he is fouled.
Just why don't you walk through him? King arguing that one was right in front of us. He basically was like a bulldozer going through him. 3rd foul on King now.
It's amazing when everyone in the building sees the foul except the guy committing it.
Wow, DeJuan Harris going to check out. Jalen Crutcher in for Iowa, but we got to see that replay a few times because Harris came out of nowhere in that tip play off the miss in the last basket by Iowa.
So Bernard at the line. Free throw is up and good. And Jules up to 25 points in the first half. Mangus gets it from Payton. Thought about the 3. Now drives it into the paint. Here's McGowan's. Former Cornhusker. McGowan's into the paint. Back pass for Mangus. Now back to McGowens, who relocates top of the key, and the shot's off the mark.
Well, Bernard's up to his 6th rebound, so he's closing in on a double-double in the first half as Mangus gets his hand on that deflection, trying to get it to Zakarsky. And again, Austin's doing a good job of clouding out that paint against Iowa.
Yeah, the risk reward on that pass is probably a little too great. Really good position here for Iowa. Let's get a bucket, up 11. Want to take that double-digit lead into the halftime break with 1:15 to go.
James Banks ×3 checks back into the game for Austin.
Out front, it's Rocco. Zakarsky.
Got to get some help.
Picked up the dribble, and that's going to be a kick ball by Mangus.
Yeah. Rocco got him between a rock and a hard place there and got bailed out with the foot. Iowa led by 19, 43-24 after 1. They're up by 11 now with just 1:09 to go, but 14 on the shot clock.
Crutcher gives it off for Ingram. Dante with the old okey doke through the lane. Fake the pass to the corner and then right to the backboard with it, off the glass and in. And there's a strong drive. Missed Bunny in close, but Zakarsky just gives it away underneath the basket, and an easy one for Austin.
Another points in the paint opportunity there for Austin, and they do not miss many. Like I said, you just missed that last one. That's one of a few point-blank shots they've missed in this game.
Here's Bernard with it out front. Finds Santos. Nate attacks. Lays it up. Gets the kind bounce off the back of the iron.
Santos was sick Saturday. Did not play for Iowa.
Boy, it almost looked like a travel there by Payton. Now here's Williams. He's attacking. Alley-oop. Zakarsky
And they
is going to be called for the foul.
And that's his fourth. Is that his fourth? He wants a review.
That looked like all ball, but we'll see here on the replay.
That's ball.
I don't know how that's a foul.
That's only his 3rd foul, I guess. So.
Well, they're not going to review it. So they concede the 3rd foul. It's a side out. Not a great time to review, but they go right at it and score.
Payton with the 2nd bucket. He has 4 points. He has 6 assists in this first half. And Iowa with a last chance shot coming here with 15 on the game clock.
Here's Jules Bernard. Out front, Bernard ridden all the way to the basket. That's a basket interference.
No, Bernard was being ridden hard and no call. He's such a good, he accepts some of that.
Don't bother him.
Yeah, it is just crazy how good he is with that contact.
Here's 3 seconds to go. McGowens off to the races, gets to the rim. McGowens can't finish. Zakarsky was standing there waiting for him. And that's the end of the first half here at the Casey Center. National or Education Celebration Day, and a lot of kids in the building and a lot of highlights here in the first half. You see one of them there as Terrence Shannon flushes one through, but at the half, 72-59, Iowa leading Austin. More Wolves basketball right after the break. Well, back here live at the Casey Center in Des Moines. John McDermott alongside Tony Etseni. The Iowa Wolves hosting the Austin Spurs for the first of 2 ball games on back-to-back days. Today a 10:30 tip-off for Education Celebration Day. And tomorrow night it'll be back to our normal tip-off time, 6:30 p.m. here at the Casey Center. But right now 73-59, a 14-point advantage for the Iowa Wolves over Austin. And you know, Austin kind of got their footing there in the second quarter, but it was all Iowa in the first with a 43-24 advantage after the first quarter play.
But Iowa was able to extend the lead back to 14 by closing out the first half good. To be only outscored 35-30 because they were outscored by 10 at one point. No lead change this game. The only tie came at the very beginning, the 2-2. Iowa went on the run, and that was it. But, I mean, Iowa's going to have to find a couple of answers because it can't be Jules Bernard carrying the weight. He's got 27 first half points, 8 of 10 from the field, 5 of 6 from 3. He also has 6 rebounds and 4 assists. That's a game line for a lot of guys, and Jules Bernard has done that in the half. Dwan Harris has been outstanding off the bench with 9, and Santos, who was 6 Saturday off the bench, got 7 for Iowa. On the other end, balanced scoring, as you alluded to earlier in the game, John. Kyle Mangus has 13 points in the opening half. Off the bench, Donovan Williams has been instrumental in keeping Austin in this game with 12, and 10 points for Harris and Ingram. One problem and a couple problems. Iowa has the foul trouble. Dante Ingram picked up 3 in the first half, but that last one by Zakarski gave him his 4th personal foul, John.
Yeah, he's got 4 fouls in 16 minutes of play. Ingram, we've seen him in the past play with foul trouble, so maybe not as worried about Ingram, but he only has 3 versus, you know, Rocco's 4, so Iowa gets a heck of a lot smaller if Zakarski's sitting on the bench with foul trouble or if he's fouled out. So that could really change things, because Martez Brown is their next kind of front court player. But the game looked a lot different with Martez out there versus Rocco. But not saying Martez can't hold his own, but we'd like to see both of them available throughout this ball game.
Well, the one thing Iowa's got to fix is on the back end of the defense in the paint, because the Spurs winning the paint battle 42-30, John, and that's been the reason they've stayed in the game. They're only shooting 4 of 13 from 3. 3 of those threes are from Kyle Mangus. Well, Iowa's 9 of 22 for 41% from 3. So Iowa's got to learn has to work on that paint and keeping away those early buckets and then second chance points, because Austin's had 9 offensive rebounds, and most of those have turned into second chance points.
Yeah, and there was 2 or 3 occasions in that game where, like on a made free throw or just an easy make on one end for Iowa, Iowa doesn't get back defensively, and they give up either a wide open 3 by Mangus or a layup at the rim by another player. So there's going to be a few of those possessions maybe that Iowa takes a look at the halftime break. Can't give up those easy buckets.
Yeah, both teams rebounding, matching each other up. Both teams' assists are pretty much equal. Iowa's field goal percentage overall, when you shoot 61% in the ball game, you're usually going to win, but Austin's shooting 50%, so they are hanging in there.
Well, and you talked about Williams off the bench, Donovan Williams with 12 points. And you look at his shooting percentage, it's 100. Yeah. He hasn't missed yet, 5 of 5 from the field. So Donovan Williams probably the MVP of that first half coming off the bench for the Austin Spurs. Okay, we'll take a quick timeout. We got still over a little 8.5 minutes to go before we get rolling again. But 72-59, the Iowa Wolves leading the Austin Spurs. We'll have more Wolves basketball right after this break. I'm back here live at the Casey Center. Halftime here, 72-59. The Iowa Wolves trying to pick up win number 14. They came in 13-7. And in 4th place in the Western Conference, Tony, Austin in 5th place at 10-7. So they've played 3 less games with the same amount of losses. I guess that's a game and a half difference then if you're, you know. But Iowa with a stretch of games ahead of them where they can really put themselves in a wonderful position to make that postseason.
Well, that's just it, John. You're exactly right. Austin today and tomorrow, and that would put Iowa to 15-7 and either at or near the top. And then their next opponent after the break is Rio Grande, who sits right now tied with them, basically. Rio Grande at 12-6, Iowa 13-7 for that 3rd spot. And then they go on the road to take on Stockton, who right now is on top, a half a game ahead of Iowa, and then come home with Mexico City, who's in 2nd place. So Iowa right now, depending on things, can control their own destiny by at least winning 3 of those 4 games. I mean, plus the games today, but the other 3 games after the break, winning 2 of 3, let's say, and next thing you know, you're sitting at the top in this very highly contested Western Division. And when you look at it, you go to the 8th spot, they're only 2 back, the Skyforce. 9th is 2.5 back, 10th is 4 back, and 11th is 5 back. So things can change in a microsecond, especially with bodies moving up and down in the NBA G League.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that are very similar in talent, I think. And, you know, some of it's going to come down to health of the parent club, whether guys are sent up. You know, Iowa just recently lost Enrique Freeman back up to Minneapolis. You know, and Enrique's been an instrumental part of this team here the last few games prior to him going back to Minnesota. So,
and Zion Pullen's been on the injured list, a very nice piece to this puzzle here as well.
Oh, getting him back will be great.
And then on the other end, of course, for the Spurs, no Sifo, no Isaiah Miller, no David Jones-Garcia, their leading scorer. So they're also missing pieces. So night in and night out in the NBA G League, next man in, who's stepping up tonight?
And like we were talking about during the break, how many more games are we going to see Jules Bernard in an Iowa Wolf uniform as a non-2-way contract or assigned player?
Yeah.
When you're putting up 27.5 and carrying a team against some of the league leaders, Jules Bernard is probably he's drawing the attention of some folks, I can tell you that. We got to take our final break, and we'll be back with the start of the 3rd quarter. But at the half here at the Casey Center, 72-59, Wolves lead the Spurs. More Wolves basketball after the break. back here to the Casey Center in Des Moines, Iowa. John McDermott alongside Tony and Sonny, streaming live today on NBAJLeague.com as well as the NBA app. It's the Iowa Wolves hosting the Austin Spurs, and coming out of halftime, Iowa leads at 72-59. It'll be Austin basketball to start the third quarter.
Yeah, James Banks the third, Jaden Nunn, Stanley Amude, Kyle Mangus, and Harrison Ingram. The starting five in there for Iowa: Ingram, Bernard, Crutcher, Terrence Shannon Jr., and Rocco Zikarsky.
And right where he left off, and that time it was knocked away. It was Williams attacking the basket. Here's Bernard, pulls up for three and off the mark there.
That was scary because Zikarsky, if that whistle blew, that would have been his fifth.
Mangus, quick three. That's short off the back of the iron, but rebound to Mangus. He'll try another one, and that one won't fall. Rebound Ingram, and that time it's up and good.
Well, that's 12 offensive rebounds now by the Austin Spurs, and that's a big reason why they are hanging in this game. Down by as many as 20, no lead changes, and usually it's been between that 10 and 15-point mark this game is steadied out to.
Zikarsky inside, off the window, gets it to go.
9 points for now, Zikarsky with that bucket.
Crutcher with the assist. Williams fires three, shot no good. Nice little tip out there by Mangus to Amude. Banks drops it off for Ingram. Ingram's three, in and out, and a strong rebound by Terrence Shannon Jr. Iowa's lead 13. Here comes Shannon. Fires over to Zikarsky. Corner three on the way. Off the rim, no good.
As good a look as you want to get. Zikarsky kind of overpowered that one.
Amude attacks, and an easy flush there as he dishes off to Banks.
Yeah, first half looks like same as this third quarter, going into the paint and getting the points at the rim. Banks now with 8 points and 6 rebounds.
Ingram, corner for Shannon, three, no good. Zikarsky off the window, no,
nice
but a rebound by Terrence Shannon Jr.
Ooh, came from that baseline across to get that one.
And he lays it up, no good, but there's Ingram, almost anticipating like a lob to Ingram there.
I'm not so sure it might not have been.
We'll give Shannon the benefit of the doubt.
Oh,
that shot off the mark. Mangus with the rebound. Rocco got caught kind of flat-footed.
Well, he didn't want to pick up that fifth foul either.
Mangus, step back three, no good.
He starts out the third quarter 0 for 3 from there.
Banks misses everything from 12 feet.
Chance for Iowa to take advantage of it with a better offensive set than the last few times.
Jules Bernard finds Zikarsky. Zikarsky off the glass and in. Boy, that was an awkward maneuver there. And
well, he kind of turned himself weirdly, but all of a sudden he said, well, there's nobody in front of me.
I think he knew the entire time what he was trying to get to, and he finally got the angle off the backboard. I think he surprised the defenders. Banks now in close, and again misses. That time he misses everything from 4 feet.
I think they're working on getting Zikarsky out of there. Instead, they're working themselves out of missing shots because Zikarsky's standing straight up and not making any bad moves with himself defensively.
Crutcher, step back three, got it.
And look out, John, because things have gone upside down quickly here in this third quarter. The fast start like Iowa in the first looks like the same in the third.
Amude looks to drive it, knocked away by Ingram. He'll run it down. Here comes Dante, and he just lays it in with the left hand. Timeout on the floor, and we will step away. 8:32 to go here in the third. 83-63. Iowa's lead is 20 over the Austin Spurs. More Wolves basketball after the break. Well, back here live at the Casey Center in Des Moines, 83-63. Iowa, their start of the second half, Tony, kind of mirrors the start of the first half.
Yep.
As they've looked efficient, and Austin's looked a little bit flat coming out of the gates here in the third.
Iowa's done a better job of defending the rim a little bit. Austin, though, have kept themselves in the game with their offensive prowess. 13, I had them at 13 offensive rebounds. It's 14 now out of that timeout. And that's what's kept them in the game, the second chance points they've had. But Iowa's just winning the battle, the shooting battle, 59% from the field on 29 of 49.
Elfrid Payton into the paint. Gives it up. Now Williams with it. Amude will try the three. That's off the mark. And Zakarski with the rebound.
Yeah, 6 now in the ball game. Just went into double figures a moment ago with 11 points.
Crutcher gets the ball screen from Zakarski. Now Ingram will try the three. In and out, no good. Rocco there on the glass, though, and just flips it up and in.
Rocco's 7th rebound, 13th point. And Iowa with their biggest lead of the game now at 22, John.
Back pass for Ingram.
Dared him to shoot the three.
Zakarski just said, okay, if you want the three, take it. And he decides against it. Now Elfrid Payton will shoot the three, and he knocks it down from the right wing.
7 points for Payton. He's done his justice with 6 assists in this ball game so far.
Bernard picked up the dribble, gets it off for Crutcher, and they're going to call a foul as they're trying to bait Rocco into another one of those cheap fouls, and that time instead it's Harrison Ingram picking it up.
Ingram picking up his 3rd personal foul now for the Austin Spurs. Again, both teams back at it tomorrow. Austin came in with a record of 10-7. Iowa at 13-7 in the Western Conference of the NBA G League.
Here's Crutcher, quick release three off the mark, no good. And here comes Payton the other way. Well, this time Ingram will shoot the three, and this time he buries it.
15 points now for Ingram. Good numbers across the board for him. He also has 6 boards and 4 assists.
And a timeout called as Bernard was looking to attack. And I think they're going to get a substitution. Martez Brown will come in for Rocco, but it'll be after the break here. 7:01 to go in the third. 85-69. Iowa's lead is 16 over the Austin Spurs. More Wolves basketball right after the break. At the Casey Center in Des Moines, 85-69, the lead 16. Iowa gave up a 6-0 run here in the last 2 possessions. 2 made threes by Payton and Ingram for the Austin Spurs to kind of stop the bleeding. And momentum kind of swinging back Austin's way here.
Martez Brown checking into the game. Rocco Zakarski checks out after that timeout, looking the other way to see. Looks like Trey McGowan came off the bench there for the Austin Spurs as well.
Inbound for Jules Bernard. Iowa's basketball out of the timeout, leading by 16. Here's Crutcher. Over to Martez Brown. Dribble handoff for Bernard.
Nice.
In for Martez. Inside. Floats it up. Won't go.
That's a nice lead to Martez. He kind of just, instead of going straight up, he kind of hesitated. And now we got a foul.
And that's a...
And they're saying that Jules saying he kicked himself out on him.
It's Amude going to the line to shoot 1 for 3. So if you're going to challenge, this would be the place to do it.
Amude with getting that foul on Bernard, his second.
There you'll see the replay. Yeah, boy. I mean, to me, Amude's...
Yeah, he fell on his own intentionally, trying to sell it.
And the three-point free throw is up and good, so a 9-0 run.
22-point lead, down to 13 now.
There's Jules Bernard. Up top it goes for Ingram. Dribble handoff Santos. Now back to Jules. Bernard, they'll switch the ball screen. Jules going to go to work into the paint. Has it knocked away. He gets it back. And it's Ingram at the shot clock buzzer, but he misses the 3-footer. And Nunn through the paint. Shot doesn't go. Nunn battles with Martez Brown.
Oh, yeah, good defense.
Block shot in. Now McGowan's with it. Long three won't go, and into the hands of Bernard. Jules looking to attack, and no good, but Dante Ingram right there.
And Bernard's grabbing his right knee. He's slow to get up.
He's fine. Amude at the rim with an easy bucket.
He's still grimacing over there. He's still got a little limp to his giddy up.
That's one of those that might take a possession or two to work itself out. Here's Crutcher. Dante Ingram on the drive, and he has it smacked out of his hand. Amude whistle for the foul.
And they'll call him a foul on Amude, his third. He wants them to review it. They are going to review it.
Well, I just don't get the reviews just disappear in this league. And then when you want them, they're not there.
Yep.
So this is technically not a media timeout, correct?
I believe not.
Well, we'll step away and we'll take the media timeout if it comes, or stay with the media timeout. But quick timeout, 87-74, the lead 13 for the Wolves. More Wolves basketball after the break. Back here at the KC Center, 5:24 to go here in the third quarter. The challenge was they did overturn the call, so a successful challenge. The only problem is it's Iowa basketball still. Instead of a free throw, they get the ball.
Just 9 on the shot clock.
I just don't know that you accomplish a lot there. And now Bernard for 3.
Oh, what a rebound by
Offensive
Santos.
rebound by Santos.
Got to get fouled twice there. Finally got it. They're going to review this one for what? For a flagrant?
Santos' hand touched the face of McGowan's after he was fouled.
Well, again, both teams tomorrow night here at the Casey Center. It'll be a 6:30 tip. Again, both teams coming in 4th and 5th. Iowa half game out of the lead held by Stockton's Kings and the Mexico City Capitanes. Iowa tied half game back with Rio Grande Valley and the Vipers in the West. And then Austin came in at 10 and 7, 2 back. The South Bay Lakers and Rip City Remix 2.5 back, and the Skyforce also 2.5 back. The top 8 separated by 2.5 games, and then you go to Santa Cruz and they're 3 back because they are 9 and 8. They're less games, but they part of this mix as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's 12, 14 teams in this league at least that have still really good chance to win the league, or at least make a deep run. So the depth in this league this year, and there's no separating teams really out of those. You're looking at the West, 12 and 5. You get down to 8th place, 11 and 9 still. 9th place team with a winning record. I mean, just a lot of really solid teams in both conferences this year.
Yep. And again tonight, if you're watching on NBAGleague.com or on the app on NBA G League, Iowa is missing Zion Pullen and Nogel Eastern, both with injuries. And of course, Enrique Freeman was called up by the big club in Minnesota. On the other end, the Austin Spurs without Isaiah Miller and David Jones Garcia, their leading scorer, all out with injuries.
So the explanation we're receiving is,
oh man,
a technical foul on Santos for flopping on this play. Well, I don't know. That's a flop.
Amude will go to the line to shoot the free throw.
And he knocks it down.
He has a dozen now.
So that was a 1-point technical.
Now it's Iowa ball with 14 on the shot clock, isn't it? Oh, they didn't call the foul?
No, he flopped, they said.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I thought it was after the fact that he had fouled twice on that play. I have no idea where this came from. No, it's Iowa ball. I was confused.
There's a lot of confusion right now in the arena, but away we go. Here's Dante Ingram. Santos on the drive. Santos floats it up. Back iron, no good. And last to touch it, they're going to say, and they want to review. They don't have any more. That's what I'm saying. You review plays in the first and second quarter, and
this has gotten ugly here in the third after Iowa's fast start to build a 22-point lead. Now we got a whistle away from the ball.
Yep.
Santos goes to the floor, and the foul is going to be on Payton, his third.
Alfred Payton picks up the personal.
And he's talking to the Iowa coach like he's going to do something for him.
Well, Payton's just explaining to head coach Mahmoud Abdel Fattah what happened. But it was a dead ball foul, so Iowa gets the free throw and the ball back. Santos knocks it down.
He has 8 points and 3 rebounds off the bench. Again, we missed Nate on Saturday night's game.
Kind of a late scratch with it. Just didn't feel well prior to the game, so good to see him back. Crutcher, quick three, in and out, no good. And the rebound for Ingram. McGowan's down the left side. Amude lost his balance, and bodies hit the floor, and it's numbers the other way.
And Iowa didn't take advantage.
Santos with a terrible turnover there.
And none really good defense.
It was 5 on 3.
Yeah.
And really, you get by none, it's 4 on 2.
Yeah.
Here's Santos. Back pass for Brown. Now Iowa will kind of reset here. It's been a long third quarter. And it's going to be a foul on McGowan's.
Just kept on trying to fight through the screen of Martez Brown. And
that's going to be team foul number 5, I believe. No, that's going to be team foul number 4.
Yeah. 14 on the shot clock again on the side out. This game is just stuck in the mud.
I'll say. Here's Bernard, top of the key. Bernard turns. Bernard to the rim, and a foul call.
Okay. Remember, Iowa scored 43 points in the first quarter. They're at 88 now, so they just scored 45 points in the last quarter.
Over a quarter
and a half. That's how muddied up this game has gotten.
Quarter and 2/3 as Jules Bernard steps to the free throw line. Trey King back on, as well as Kyle Mangus.
Mangus, who started out 0 for 3 shooting from 3, ended up 3 of 5 at the break, but came out this third quarter was 0 for 3, and he went to the bench. He's just 3 of 8 from the field, but he can get going. He's a guy who can hit that outside jumper.
So Bernard's free throw up and good.
He's now up to 30 points in the ball game. That's of his game high points on Saturday night in the victory over Maine.
Here's Mangus, top of the key, stops, has the shot blocked by Martez Brown. Santos has it across half court. Here's Bernard. They'll spread it out. Santos comes to set the screen.
Bernard has to take a lot of contact with the ball.
Iowa's got the matchup they were looking for. Mangus defending Bernard, but he settles for the step back 3, and shot was off the mark. Oh, look out, King with a nice rim run and a nice find there by Payton.
His first bucket of the game for King, Trey King.
So the lead is 11. Wow.
Dunn's asking coach.
It's an over and back, and they said there was no tip of the basketball.
And Dunn said, Darren, Coach Abdul Fattah to review it.
You see a lot of that lately, where the opposing team will taunt the other coach and say, review it, coach, review it. And that should be a foul on Brown. Brown got away with one as McGowan's hit the deck. But the lead back to single digits, 90-81.
A lot of mid-body bruises in this game. A lot of hard checks. And
Crutcher floats it up, got it to go.
How do you defend that? That's sweet. 10 now for Crutcher, and Iowa back up to 11.
There's none on the hesitation, none on the drive. Count the basket and a foul, and Bernard got there just a step late on the help.
Again, this is where Austin stayed in the game, their second chance points and their drives in the paint. They have been relentless at going to the rim and finishing.
So 2:51 to go here in the third. And
now does Iowa still have a
challenge? I believe they do. I believe they have both.
Okay. So Nunn now with 9 points on that 3-point play.
Santos left open, 3 on the way, barely draws iron.
He usually makes those open looks. But again,
ball deflected. There was a bullet pass intended for Mangus. So it'll stay with Austin.
We're going to see Terrence Shannon Jr. come in here for Iowa in the last 2:40 of the third, down here on assignment from the Minnesota Timberwolves today, and then tomorrow night getting some minutes to get himself back into basketball shape.
And it goes for King. King misses one in close. Santos did a nice job to try and hold his ground against the bigger Trey King.
And geez. Bumper cars.
3 bodies hit the floor, no foul call, and Mangus gets a layup on the other end.
And it's down to a 6-point game, John. Just a 2-possession lead here for the Wolves after being up by as much as 22.
Here's Terrence Shannon Jr. Gonna go to work. Step back over to Crutcher, and he buries the 3.
That was a deep 3, too, by Crutcher. I was holding my breath because we needed that one if you're an Iowa fan badly.
Into the paint, Nunn. Little hesitation, almost came to a stop there and just kissed it off the window.
He moves into double figures with 11. Well, there's a grab on Shannon, nothing called. Wow.
And here's the lob up and a missed bunny. And
2,
battle
3.
for the rebound. Zakarski's going to come away with it, and he is fouled.
4 missed bunnies there by Austin, where they've been winning the battle on the boards and getting the putbacks, but
they made all the hustle plays. They just couldn't convert a lay-in.
And a big break as Zakarski goes to the line after picking up his 9th rebound. So he's 1 away from the double-double. This free throw will give him 15 points if he makes it. Bernard leading the way for Iowa with 30. Very balanced scoring for the Austin Spurs. Harrison Ingram with 15, leading the way. Mangus also with 15.
Well, Rocco can increase the lead to 9, but boy, you don't ever see that from him. And
that's an ugly-looking free throw, too.
A brick free throw. Here's Nunn. Thought about the 3, now drives it into the paint. And Nunn's floater's up and good.
It's been tough. He's made some key shots here in this closing moments of this third quarter. He's up to 13 points now. And the lead down to as close as Austin's been, down to 5.
Terrence Shannon Jr. holds it now. Crutcher, 6 on the shot clock. Crutcher's got to go to work. Crutcher into the paint. Runner up, no good.
Oh, what a rebound.
Wow. Somehow he just went right over Jaden Nunn, the guard, who gives up a foot to him. And there's the pass I'm talking about. Backdoor baseline cut. There's always a help defender standing there.
Yeah.
They've tried that 3 times between the 2 teams, 3 turnovers.
Yeah. I don't know how Zakarski got that rebound, because he had to reach over the top and grab that ball. His 10th rebound, by the way.
It's called a 12-inch height advantage.
But I don't know. But that ball didn't seem like it went over the head, even to the head of the guy boxing out in front of him. He had to reach over and down to get it.
Now the lead is 7, 97-90. Here comes Terrence Shannon Jr. 3 on the way, no good. Ball tipped away, and that should be Iowa basketball, and it is.
So we'll have to reset the shot clock to 14. Just 30.2 seconds left here in this third quarter, as Iowa trying to hold off this third quarter with at least a 7-point lead, if not more, here on this offensive set.
Crutcher comes to get it. Ingram looks to drive it. Ingram lost the handle. Gives it off for Crutcher. Crutcher turns to the right hand. Lost his footing, and now it's Mangus with the left hand. That doesn't go. Another miss and another miss, and Bernard is getting fouled underneath the basket. No call. Crutcher for 3.
Yeah. Wow.
I mean, Jules Bernard was getting hammered after the. I mean, it's just.
7 offensive board misses at point-blank range by Austin, though, in a couple possessions here down the close.
I mean, there's a lot of things happening on the court that aren't getting whistles. They've got to get it under control. That's exactly what the coach just told one of the near officials. Here's a drive by Nunn, and he gets it swatted away, and that won't count. If it goes, it doesn't go. And you got words after Nunn and Zakarski talking to one another. This thing's getting heated, and it's partially because of the lack of whistles. We'll head to the fourth. 190. The Wolves lead the Spurs. More Wolves basketball after the break. Casey Center in Des Moines. John McDermott, Tony Ansening, live on NBAGleague.com and the NBA app. Not exactly a fluid pace to this one during the third quarter. 100-90, Iowa's lead is 10. And a technical foul was issued against Jaden Nunn of the Austin Spurs. After the buzzer sounded, he and Zakarski were jawing at one another. So Jalen Crutcher will shoot the technical free throw for Iowa to start the quarter.
Head coach Jacob Chance of Austin's just been livid about how can it be on one and not the other, and he is still talking over there. It has been choppy. There's been a lot of calls not made, John. It's gotten physical, and you said it to me off here, but something about these morning games.
You know, the percentage of morning games that have had technicals and altercations compared to other games, it's way higher for whatever reason. I mean, it's the early wake-up call. I don't know, but
and I believe Austin has no challenges left. Iowa still has theirs, and Shannon's going to get fouled on the drive there to start out the fourth quarter. Iowa's led by as many as 22. There have been no lead change in this game. Iowa and Austin were tied at 2, and since then Iowa's maintained the lead. Austin got to within 5 in the closing parts of the third quarter, and then Iowa rebuilds the lead to 11 to close it out.
So Terrence Shannon Jr. at the free throw line doesn't get it to fall.
Iowa now 11 of 16 from the free throw line.
And there's McGowan's missed another one in close, but there's a nice finish there after the steal. Trey King flushes it through. Terrence Shannon, more contact, no call. Boy, he and Bernard, man, they drive it so hard and take contact. It's just hard to officiate every drive.
And it's almost like Iowa needs to call a timeout, and it's only 30 seconds in. That's how quick this has happened. We're back down to a 7-point lead.
There's Bernard. Jules has it knocked away. Up ahead, Crutcher's going to run it down.
Nice job by Crutcher getting back.
Over to Terrence Shannon. I thought he was going to shoot the 3. I think he hasn't made a shot this half, I don't think. And he is fouled on his way to the basket. You could tell he hasn't played basketball in 6 weeks. He's just a little off.
He's 2 of 10 from the field, John. He's just not fluent. He hasn't made he's 0 for 5 from 3. So you can tell he's kind of got it in his head. He's not having, he kind of hesitated on an open look there, and it's already in his head a little bit.
I think they're going to get Zakarski a break here. Martez Brown checks on.
Carson checks out with 15 points and 10 rebounds. He has a double-double. Jules Bernard has 30 points and 9 rebounds and 6 assists. Can he do it again? Another triple-double, because he's coming off a 30, 13, and 13 performance on Saturday.
Ingram checked back in for Trey King. So Shannon at the line. And that one's no good.
And when it left his hand, you could see it.
Yeah, just kind of short-armed it. Lacking confidence right now. There's Williams, easy flush, and that's just terrible defense by the Wolves to start the fourth. Timeout on the floor. We will step away. 10:47 to go here in the fourth. 101-96. The lead is 5 for Iowa, but it's shrinking. More Wolves basketball after the break. back here. Quick timeout called by the Iowa Wolves here to start the fourth. 101-96. This is probably the smallest the lead has been in the entire second half for the Iowa Wolves, as the Austin Spurs have all the momentum, Tony.
Yeah, the 5-point lead is the smallest. They had that down to 5 in the third quarter before Iowa closed it out with a 10-point lead. Iowa with 4 players in double figures, led by Jules Bernard with 30 and Jalen Crutcher with 17 on the other end. 5 players in double figures, very balanced scoring. Harrison Ingram 17, Kyle Mangus and Jaden Nunn with 15 apiece for the Austin Spurs.
There's Bernard, a little reluctant on that step back. Now it's Crutcher. Crutcher, he'll fire. 3 on the way is good. Wow.
He's hit some key shots in the last game in the win over Maine, and the fourth quarter was his game against Maine too. Let's see what he does here.
Here's Payton, his 3 on the way. That's off the mark, no good.
Finally, no offensive rebound.
Shannon looks to attack. Shannon.
There's a hole.
And it's going to be a jump ball.
Oh.
So it's going to be Shannon jumping it up with, I think it was Nunn that tied him up.
Might be Ingram. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it looks like,
okay, Nunn.
Looks like Nunn. So Shannon should have the advantage, certainly the height advantage here. See if he can get the tap. And he does tap it over for Ingram. Ingram finds Crutcher. Now Shannon isolated on the wing through the paint. And another jump ball.
He's his own worst enemy because he's going in there and then he's bringing the ball to his waist and cradling it. And then the defender's coming in there and reaching in and grabbing. Both times it's by him making that cradle move as he was driving.
Man, that wasn't a... Oh, Martez going to pick up a... It's kind of an accidental bump from behind on McGowan, who slowed down. I think Martez was looking the other direction. Regardless, though, it's clearly a foul by Martez Brown.
That's his first.
First team foul of the quarter for Iowa. There's Payton. Back pass for Ingram. McGowan. McGowan drives it. And he's going to be fouled.
I think Brown might pick up a second quick foul. And it is on Martez Brown.
Well, Iowa just having a real hard time staying in front of driving offensive players.
Iowa leads by 8. The Spurs lead by 24 on points in the paint. 68-46 game.
A missed free throw, and Ingram lays it off the window and in.
Another offensive board, plus 11 on the offensive glass for the Spurs. That has really kept them in this game.
Jules Bernard, he and Crutcher probably going to have to carry the offensive load here. Terrence Shannon Jr. fires the 3 and he knocks one down.
He's
wow.
Probably saying to himself, finally, and maybe.
Great timing. McGowan's into the paint. And the shot up and good.
Again, right into the paint they come. Austin's relentless at it, and Iowa has not found a way. Austin's been their own.
Uh-oh, look out. Oh, what a move. Terrence Shannon Jr. Thought he was going to flush it, but he just lays it in with the finger roll.
He's into double figures now with 11 on assignment from the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Well, he's been pretty ineffective most of the night, but the last 2 possessions, a big 3 and then a great drive. Here's McGowan's, and he's fouled by Martez Brown.
His third quick foul. Martez said, well, I don't have any fouls. I'm going to play physical here in the fourth with his minutes. And we're going to have substitutions. Nate Santos and Rocco Zakarski checking in for the Wolves. And Terrence Shannon Jr. and Martez Brown check out. Shannon Jr. on probably some limited minutes tonight. During that last time out, it looked like Terrence was talking to himself. I know he said a few choice words to himself over there on the sideline, and it definitely ignited him off the bench out of that last time out.
McGowan's knocks down the free throw.
8 points now for McGowan's. So we have a 7-point game.
Crutcher, top of the key. Gets the screen from Zakarski. Back step, 3-ball, in and out.
I thought that was down when it left his hand. You can just tell his shot's online.
McGowan's will fire a 3. That's long. And scramble for the rebound. Williams comes up with it. And he'll just fire the little 10-footer, and it's good.
16 points for Williams now. And again, what was that, John? Offensive rebound. Constant for the Spurs. Both teams tomorrow night at 6:30 here at the Casey Center downtown Des Moines. We hope everybody is enjoying this morning's education celebration game between the Austin Spurs and the Iowa Wolves on NBAGleague.com and the NBA app.
Crutcher on a dribble handoff for Jules Bernard. 8 on the shot clock. Bernard to the corner. Dante Ingram, 3, no good.
And Zakarski's being held.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure McGowan's
I think that's going to be on McGowan's.
Yeah. And the coach, he wants to
again, another review. Just, oh, it's exhausting.
Do they have any?
Yeah, that's what coach is asking. What are you calling? They call it on.
They called the foul on the right guy, Trey McGowan's.
Well, I think they called it on both players.
Are you kidding me?
I don't. It's so hard to tell what they're.
You could see McGowan's had a hold of Zakarski and was ducked under him from my angle, but I didn't see what Zakarski may have done, but I definitely saw the hold, and the whistle came and thought looked like the right call again. Again, the All-Star break coming up after both teams play tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, Austin will head on the road after the break to San Diego on the 19th and 20th against the Clippers, and then on the 22nd get home taking on Memphis. Well, Iowa, after the break, comes home again to take on Rio Grande. Then it'll be Stockton on the road on the 25th and close out the month of February at Mexico City. And all big games because Stockton, Mexico City, and Rio Grande coming into today's action. We're all basically a half game with Iowa, the top 4 spots in the NBA G League Western Division.
Well, the way it stands right now, a 5-point lead for the Iowa Wolves. But we're not sure what the call was on the floor. If it was we know there was a foul called on McGowan's. We're not sure if there was a foul called on Zakarski, but they're certainly looking at whatever transpired after the whistle between those two players.
And my question is, I thought they were out of challenges.
There is no challenge. They went straight to the video to review.
The coach is over there.
Well, he wants them to look at it.
Okay.
But this isn't, I don't think this is a challenge by either team. This is just, you have another, altercation. And to me, it's like, just make the call and move on. Yeah. You don't need to go look at a video board for 2 minutes again. We need to be assertive and make the call.
We just need to be like the kids are right now. Who cares? Let's have some fun. A lot of kids here in this place and enjoying their education celebration game. I'm just joking there, but all singing together here.
There's just, to me, there's zero need to stop this game for 3 minutes right now.
Yeah.
But what do I know?
74-48, the points in the paint difference between Iowa and Austin.
Yeah, second chance opportunities for Austin have kind of kept them in it.
Plus 12 on the offensive boards.
Iowa's three-point percentage has gone dramatically down.
And Iowa's missed 6 free throws, 12 of 18 from the charity stripe.
Austin only 6 of 24 from three-point range, just 25%.
Yeah. 19 points for Harrison Ingram, 16 off the bench for Donovan Williams. Kyle Mangus and Jaden Nunn have 15, and Stanley Umude has 12 double-figure scores for Austin. Iowa led by Jules Bernard with 30 points and 10 rebounds. He also has 7 assists, 20 for Jalen Crutcher, 15 for Rocco Zakarski to go with his 10 rebounds. Dante Ingram with 14, and Terrence Shannon Jr. with 11. Still not sure what the call is or what's going to happen here.
4 minutes later, we're still not sure. The officials have at least concluded the review. Now we're going to get a...
No doubt it's a double foul. That's Zakarski. That's his 5th then. How could they call? I mean, I like to see the review. He's pulling on Zakarski's left arm the whole time.
So it's a double foul, but that... Yeah, I mean, I'm speechless. But they're going to have a jump ball at center court. And I believe
so they have a jump ball now, and then Zakarski has 5 fouls now, John. So that's Ingram has 4 on the floor. Payton has 4 on the floor for the Austin Spurs. And this will be definitely a jump ball Iowa should win. And that's
an illegal. Yeah, exactly. Nunn took off as the ball was just about to go into the air through the center circle to where.
Well, I think the players are to see and now how much can they get away with. I mean, there's been a lot of physical play, so they're just doing everything to see if they'll even call it. And
get Zakarski off the floor by any means necessary.
Yeah.
Hold him, talk to him. Here's Crutcher. What a shot with the left hand.
Fourth quarter,
how did that happen?
I mean, is this man the fourth quarter magic man? Last game he did a great job helping Iowa win over Maine.
There's Nunn in the corner. Matched up with Zakarski. He'll fire the 3 ball and got it.
Nunn's got 18 now, 6 rebounds. He's filling it. And they've been in the ball game.
Crutcher around the ball screen. Back for Bernard, and that's an offensive foul. Amude, or check that, a defensive foul. Amude, and that'll be a side out. I believe that's team foul number 3. Here, watch the little shove there. Ooh,
man, that's more than a shove.
I agree, and that's another one. Amude is just.
They're just seeing what they can get away with right now.
Yeah, 17 Amude. And both of those fouls, he's like, what, me? Like, you literally ran through 2 guys intentionally.
And he went from 2 to 4 game.
I don't know how that's not a dead ball foul.
Yeah, I don't know why there wasn't a.
That should be a free throw and the ball, right? Yeah, they're going to look at it.
Oh, my goodness.
I mean, this game, I'm telling you, it's stuck. Stuck in the mud doesn't even cover it.
Oh.
But to me, if you don't call a flagrant here, you're just allowing that behavior to continue.
Yeah, that's what's, I mean, there's a lot of just I run right dead into the chest of a guy, intentionally causing
2
havoc
consecutive plays.
Yeah.
I mean, to me, you make a statement here with this call. This is a flagrant foul. We're not allowing it anymore. Knock it off. Let's play the game, and we move forward.
Yes.
But I highly doubt that'll be the case.
And both teams tomorrow night, so the kids got to enjoy this Muscle Fest today. Come on out tomorrow night, some adults. Let's fill this arena, the Casey Center, and watch these 2 teams go at it. Iowa coming in at 13-7, Austin at 10-7. Iowa just a half game back of Stockton and Mexico City, and tied with Rio Grande Valley for that 3rd spot, a half game back in the Western Conference of the NBA G League. And again, hope everybody's enjoyed it today on NBAGleague.com and on the NBA app. But, well, we got 7 minutes and 10 seconds left, John. How much more dead time can we get?
And I think, I mean, the review is complete. And
I don't blame.
The argument is the ball was still in the hand of the inbounder when the foul occurred, and the officials say no, and they gave a technical foul.
I don't blame coach
this
there.
Is just,
it's getting frustrating. Mahmoud Abdul Fattah getting the tee, but it's just, how long can you sit there and not have something done? And it's not a home team thing. It's obvious if you're watching what's going on.
Amude knocks down the technical free throw. Let's see. The contact happens. Boom.
Yeah.
As the ball is about to be, I mean, it's close. But
those contacts have been more, I'm coming through you no matter what. See what they call. I mean, very overly physical contacts.
And there's
Crutcher do it again.
Crutcher on the drive, back for Zakarski. Rocco's 3, way off the mark.
Now
here
a chance to
Peyton
tie the game.
Peyton gives it off for Ingram. Ingram off the backboard and in. Took the contact from Bernard.
21 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists for Ingram.
The lead is 1 for Iowa.
Harrison, strong game for the Austin Spurs. Again, there has been no lead changes in this game. Nice dump off pass. And
Ingram finishes at the rim. That was, he was turning as he went up. That's a more difficult shot than you think.
Crutcher got the assist to 7th.
Ingram to tie it, and does.
We were tied at 2, and now we're tied at 113, John. Iowa's led ever since that 2-2 tie to start the game.
And we're not even halfway through the quarter.
No. Got a whole lot of game to do. Just seems like it's taking longer.
Bernard on the drive. Zakarski.
Iowa needs somebody
back to Jules. Jules step back 3. That misses almost everything off the front of the rim. Peyton, backdoor pass. There's the 4th time they've tried it. 4 turnovers.
Santos,
why make that pass? I have zero idea.
You sound frustrated tonight, John.
Well, it's just unbelievable.
And then Iowa turns it over, trying to dribble between a double team. That's a walk.
And Peyton with the bucket. I'm telling you, the backdoor baseline pass in the NBA with elite athletes doesn't work.
And the first lead in the game, the first lead change for Austin.
Ingram, tough shot, left hand is good.
18 for Ingram.
Tied at 115. Peyton, little dribble entry to the right wing. Up top for Ingram. He's going to drive it at Zakarski. Gives it back for Nunn. Inside it goes. Peyton left open.
Good hesitation on that fake pass there by Nunn. And then he rifles it in there on the backdoor cut. One that worked for a change.
No, that was just a guy standing under the basket all alone. He didn't cut anywhere. Iowa just lost him. Bernard going to go to work. Bernard into the paint. Back pass Ingram. Ingram's 3. Off the mark, no good. Last touched, I believe.
Santos. Oh, they're going to call a foul.
They're going to call a foul. Nunn was holding Santos. They're going to bring Shannon back. He's going to get.
Show why you're part of the NBA.
They're going to get Zakarski a break here with those 5 fouls.
Let's see what Terrence needs to step it up. He kind of got it going in the early part of this 4th quarter.
So Santos a chance to tie it with the free throw. 4:36 to go in the 4th. Iowa's led virtually the entire way, but Austin, you knew they kept scratching and clawing.
It seemed
kind of muddied up the game a little bit after trailing by 19 after 1 quarter. Santos knocks down the free throw, and we're tied again. 117 apiece. McGowens gives it off for Ingram, throws it out of bounds.
Not a good job of daddying over there. Let that ball hit the girl in the front row. And hopefully she's okay.
Then they weren't looking.
No, they definitely were not looking.
Here's Terrence Shannon Jr. matched up with McGowens. Fires a pass. Right side. 3 for Jules Bernard.
And he surpasses his last game high total with 33 points now.
What do you have, 27 at the halftime break?
Yes, he's been quiet.
Here's McGowens into the paint. McGowens defended by Ingram. And it's going to be McGowens headed to the free throw line.
Ingram picking up his 4th personal foul. Austin 7 of 10 from the charity stripe in this game. McGowens has hit his only free throw. They're going to challenge this one, John. So,
but
some more delay.
It's a timeout, and we'll take it. 4:01 to go in the ball game. 120-117. Iowa's regained the lead. They lead it by 3 over the Spurs. More Wolves basketball right after this break. Now back here for the final 4:01 here at the Casey Center in Des Moines. John McDermott alongside Tony Etzeni. Live today on the NBA app and NBAGleague.com. Iowa leads it by 3, Tony, but we've had just a few ties and a few lead changes here in the fourth quarter. That wasn't the case for virtually the first 3 quarters of the game. It was all Iowa.
Absolutely. I mean, you look at Austin, they have 6 players in double figures, led by Harrison Ingram with a double-double, 24 points and 11 rebounds. With 18 points is Jaden Nunn. He's made his presence felt here in this fourth quarter, especially. Off the bench, Donovan Williams with 16. And then it's 15 points and 9 rebounds from Kyle Mangus. And 13 points for Stanley Amude. For the Iowa Wolves, they are led by Jules Bernard once again with 33. Jalen Crutcher with 22. Dante Ingram 18. And Rocco Zakarski 15. And Zakarski and Jules Bernard with 10 rebounds apiece have double-doubles for Iowa. On the other end, Ingram a double-double for Austin with 24 points and 11 rebounds. And off the bench, Elfrid Payton, 11 points and 12 assists in this ball game.
Well, Iowa wins the challenge. It was a clean block by Ingram, they say. And so it's going to be a jump ball.
So that should bring Ingram down to 3 personal fouls, I believe, not the 4 posted up there.
So it'll be Ingram versus Ingram on the jump ball. That might go out of bounds. No, it's ran down by Amude. And so Austin will have the basketball. McGowens gives off for Amude. They're going to try and run Mangus off a screen, but he just finds himself free underneath. Misses the lay-in, but there's the putback by Ingram.
26 points for Ingram, another offensive board. That's 24 offensive boards to 11 for Iowa. And the points in the paint, 82-54.
Ingram blow by, but he misses the lay-in. Now here comes Williams. Williams to the rim. Williams finishes. Count the basket and a foul.
Santos picks up his first. The and one coming, and the Spurs have taken the lead for the 3rd time in this ball game. As Rocco Zakarski's going to check in for Shannon.
So Austin retakes the lead by 1. Chance to make it 2 here at the line with 3:20 to go. Some high-pitched noise coming from the students on Education Celebration Day.
Wow. Mangus deflecting that missed free throw, and Austin resets again.
Ingram has it on the wing. Drives at Zakarski. Fades. Shot up and good.
Biggest lead of the game for the Austin Spurs is at 3.
Critical couple of possessions there for Austin. Well, Ingram missed the lay-in, and then they get the offensive rebound on the missed free throw. Crutcher nearly turns it over, finds Bernard. Jules. Crutcher, long 3, and he got it.
Clutch.
Wow.
Crutcher.
Tied at 123.
How many clutch shots has he hit in the last few games?
Ingram's got it out front. Now it's McGowens. Ingram thought about the 3, now drives it and misses the lay-in. And that came over and almost committed a foul.
If Austin could have 10 or 12 missed bunnies at the rim back, think where we'd be, John.
Here's Bernard with it. Jules looks to drive it. Kicks to Ingram. Ingram attacks. Floater. No good. Rebound by Austin's Ingram.
And now we're into the 2-minute mark, John. You know what that means.
Here's the 3 by Amude, and he knocks it down.
Amude with 16. Nothing bigger than them 3 right there to give the lead back to Austin.
Here's Crutcher.
And he lost it off his leg.
See the taunt by Ingram to challenge it.
They say that the ball was kicked is why it went out.
But if the ball was kicked, one of 3 officials should see it.
Yeah.
Am I mistaken on that or no?
No, you're on the spot today. It's been interesting.
You shouldn't have to waste your final challenge in a 1-possession game on a kick ball.
And Iowa led by as many.
And if you did waste it on a ball that wasn't kicked, that they said was kicked, then that's your problem.
Yeah. Iowa led by as many as 22. All of the lead changes are in this final quarter. There was only one tie. That was at 2-2 until Austin came back to tie it, I think, at 110 or around that time. And now we're at 120-117.
Amude's 3, how big was that? Tied at 123, and he just knocks it down.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of big shots made, no more than by Jalen Crutcher. He's made some big time shots.
Yeah.
That one with the shot clock winding down from about 35 feet.
Yeah, Jules Bernard was lighting it up. I mean, he's almost been taken out of this ball game since the first half. He had 27 at the break. He only has 6 here in the second half. And if I look back at his first half stats, he was 8 of 10 from the field. So in the second half, he was 1 of 6. So Jules' first half and second half don't match up either.
A lot of things don't match up in this one.
But it's been physical, and some of these players haven't gotten the calls that they should have, and some of them have gotten calls they shouldn't have. It's just been one kind of a potpourri of different things that have gone on.
Potpourri, that we'll call it. It didn't smell good, but it was potpourri.
But how many missed layups, putbacks that has Austin missed, though, too, John? I mean, it's just been a weird NBA G League
I'm
typical
telling you,
game.
you get weird things happen when you start at 10:30 in the morning.
Yeah. And right now, what's going to happen here?
So they said this is not a kick ball. Our first time seeing it. And I would tend to agree. I don't see any contact with the foot of McGowan's.
Well, with 1:39 to go, I believe, unless the officials want to review something, we're out of challenges, right?
Well, I hope so.
You sound frustrated, John.
I bet we've spent 30 minutes looking at reviews tonight.
Oh.
And that's not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's Payton. Has the ball knocked away. They wanted a kick there. Here's Ingram. Ingram misses. Now Payton gives it off for Nunn. Wow. They'll double the ball. Now Ingram with it. Guarded by Santos. 4 on the shot clock. Ingram thought he got away with a walk. Knocked away by Santos.
He's fouled there. Nothing called.
Here's Bernard. Crutcher. Back to Jules. 3-point lead here for the Spurs. Into the paint. Has it swatted away. Got it back. Contact. And Bernard will head to the free throw line.
Payton picks up his 5th foul on that one. Took everything for Bernard to get that foul called. And he'll go to line with a 2-shot opportunity, because now we're into the 2-minute mark. So the value of the free throws will both be shot.
So he'll have to knock down 2 consecutive to cut it to a 1-point lead for the Spurs as they lead it by 3. And free throw off the mark.
Iowa's missed 7 free throws in this game.
So DeJuan Harris will check in for Jalen Crutcher. A little defensive substitution.
This is going to be.
So Iowa's, hopefully Bernard can make 1 of 2 here, and then Iowa's just going to play to get the stop, and then likely call timeout. Get Crutcher back on the floor.
34 points, 11 rebounds, 8 assists for Bernard, but Jules not had a good second half. He had that brilliant first half.
So it'll be Payton across the timeline. Spurs lead it by 2. 35 seconds to play. They just dare Payton to shoot the 3 top of the key. Now it's Nunn. Nunn hesitates, drops it off for Payton. Payton lays it off the glass, won't go. Tip follow is good.
And that's been the demise of this Iowa Wolf team, the offensive boards and the second chance points. Well, it's a 2-possession lead.
You've got an undersized group out there, minus Zakarsky, and it was Ingram, I think, who slid in there. You take a look here. Yeah, Ingram on the backside gave Harris a little push, but Harris didn't really get a good seal. And then Ingram with the bucket to give it a 2-possession lead. So now I think you're looking for a drive and a kick, or a drive and a bucket at the rim, and then you got a foul.
Yeah.
4-point game, 2-possession game.
Iowa is out of timeouts. Spurs still have 2 timeouts remaining. They still have the forward of the advanced basketball timeout, but no timeouts left for Iowa. So Crutcher back in now. Ingram, Santos, Bernard, and Zakarski on the other end. You look across. Donovan Williams is out there. Nunn's out there. Payton's out there. Ude.
Crutcher to inbound. Inbound to the Zakarski.
Got to get something quick.
Santos, a quick 3 off the front of the rim, no good. And it's probably going to need to be a foul, and it is in the backcourt. Got Santos a good look.
What'd they call? They called the advanced timeout before the foul.
Yeah, Iowa had a foul to give. Well, did they get the foul called?
They called the advanced timeout before the foul occurred, is what she said. So
interesting. Okay.
Harris is in. Juwan Harris is in.
I guess why not shoot the free throws? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lot of sense.
Well, I mean, but no foul occurred because the timeout was called before it. So
why call it?
I don't know.
I'd rather shoot, you know.
Yeah.
I guess you could turn it over there possibly, but it looked like they were coming to just make the clear, you know, intentional foul. And there's the foul on Nunn. So they get the guy to shoot the free throws that they wanted.
That's going to be frustrating for Iowa again, led by as many as 22, led 43-24 after the first quarter. Led by 10 at the break. Led by 7 after 3, and Spurs putting on a show here in the fourth quarter to try to close this one out. And that would drop Iowa to 13-8 and Austin to 11-7 and put Austin within a half a game of Iowa now with the win.
Boy, if you're Iowa, boy, you really let one slip away here today.
Big time.
Up 19, or actually 22 at one point.
Yeah, but get advanced from Iowa, but give the Spurs credit, John. The way the officiating is going, they played through the officials on how they played this basketball game. Tomorrow,
well, they were the dictators.
Yes,
they were the dictators of the muddiness, the physicality. Yes. The game turned into exactly what they wanted, and Iowa kind of let them.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. They kind of give them credit. Austin, tomorrow night could be different.
And Zakarski fires up an air ball.
And that'll do it right there with a 2-possession lead. There's no reason to do anything
here. Foul as Nunn gets it across the timeline, and Austin just steals one. And Nunn blows a kiss to Zakarski as the buzzer sounds. Yes. And they'll see each other tomorrow night.
Yes, they will.
Expect a little more of the same tomorrow night, as Austin kind of figured out, at least for today, how to get under the skin and come out with a win. So we'll see. And you know, we talked about this earlier. Nojel Eastern, a late scratch in this game.
Yeah.
Nojel Eastern changes the complexion of this game, that's for sure.
He's the kind of player that would enjoy what was going on the court and react to it in a more physical way. And Iowa missed that presence today, that's for sure. But give Austin all the credit. They played the style they wanted. The game was allowed to get to that way, and Austin fights back from a blitz out in the first quarter by the Iowa Wolves to come back and win this one.
Again, bunch of words with Nunn and Zakarski as this thing kind of comes to an end. But well, sets the table for a very interesting and compelling game 2 here tomorrow night at 6:30. But take a look at top scorers. Jules Bernard, a big first half, 27. He comes back with just 7 points in the second half, 34 and 11 to go along with 8 assists. Crutcher was big down the stretch, but not big enough. You know, he has 25 in the ball game. And Terrence Shannon Jr., first game in 6 weeks. You knew there would be some rust, and we saw it at times, but saw some flashes of the old Terrence too at times. So hopefully he can be better tomorrow night. But
Harrison Ingram did great for the Spurs.
Yeah, he was great. 30 and 14 to go along with 5 assists. Nunn 20 and 6. Amude with probably the biggest shot of the game, with the tied at 123. Yeah. He knocks down the 3 to give him the 3-point lead. But just great individual performances by guys on both teams, but ultimately I thought the team effort of Austin ended up getting it done down the stretch. They rebounds, a 17-point advantage.
Yeah, you can't let that happen. I mean, you just cannot let that happen.
And Iowa, how many points did they leave on the free throw line?
7 free throws, so that's at least 10 or 12 points, because there's a couple of 2-point misses in there. So
yeah, Iowa certainly had everything there in front of them for a W. They just couldn't get it done. And at the end of the day, Austin does get it done, and they move to 11 and 7. Iowa falls to 13 and 8. And back at it here, Casey Center in Des Moines. 6:30 tomorrow will be the tip. Come down here and check it out live and in person. But for today, for Education Celebration Day, that's going to do it here at the Casey Center. Final score here for the final time on the NBA app and NBAGleague.com. It's the Austin Spurs 130, the Iowa Wolves 124. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
This copyrighted broadcast of the NBA G League may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA G League.